Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here and welcome to another Opera Omnia video. In this video we'll be doing an overview on the Girl from Oerba event, which gives you the ability to obtain Vanille and 2 of her 5-star accessories, one of which is for limit breaking. We'll cover the bosses and the strategy I used for each of them. Thanks to Square Enix for sponsoring this video and the rest of the Opera Omnia content we've been making. Be sure to check the description for a playlist of all the videos. The Girl from Oerba event is currently available in Opera Omnia until February 26th, and of course comes with its own event draw. My favorite item from that draw is Yuna's Astral Rod, which we'll cover why when we talk about one of the enemies in the event itself. It also is currently providing double EXP for Vanille, Hope, and Yuna, which happen to be the 3 I used to clear the event. It's no surprise, they and their specific gear do also receive affinity boosts in here, which helps a lot. Like all events, beating the level 10 quest and watching the cutscene after will reward you with the event character, in this case, Vanille. Vanille herself is a strong debuffing character, especially when she has her physician staff from the event draw. Her first skill is D-Protect, which deals some bravery damage and lowers the enemy's defense for a couple of turns. If you have the physician staff, it does also reduce their attack for a couple of turns. Her other skill she learns at Crystal Strength 20 is Dispel, which removes a single buff from the enemy. Most of the current enemy buffs are removable, though later events will likely feature bosses that have ones that are unremovable as well. For the enemies in the event itself, the level 10 quest is full of enemies you should be familiar with already. Most notable is a Malboro, which uses Bad Breath to inflict status effects. It's only level 10, so even with these status effects, you'll probably just push it over quickly enough. The real problem doesn't begin until later. For the level 20, 30, and 40 quests, they all feature a different boss, Berserker's Armor. This Iron Giant is resistant to melee and ranged weapons, so magic damage is the definite way to go here. He also has high defense, so don't expect to be able to deal as much bravery damage as usual. For the most part, he's the same as Iron Giants, but he also has a new attack, Berserk. Berserk makes the target of his next few skills unknown, and he gains access to Flurry, which hits 4 times on random targets. One option to handle Berserk is to just stay at high bravery while it's up, but Vanille makes this a non-factor. If you get her to Crystal Strength 20 and have her Dispel skill, you can straight up remove Berserk, thus removing almost all the threat of the fight. D-Protect also helps with his defense plus attack if you have the staff. Once you get to the level 50 quest, you'll have 2 hurdles to overcome. Waves 1, 2, and 4 aren't a big deal, but Wave 3 has a Malboro. A level 10 Malboro before, not too big a deal. Level 50 Malboro, Bad Breath's a lot worse here. The easiest way to overcome Bad Breath is to have Yuna in your party with her Astral Rod, which we mentioned earlier. This weapon makes her Asuna ability AoE, so you can instantly remove all of the status effects and grant a ton of bravery to boot. You don't even have to have status effects, you can just use it for bravery generation as long as you use it to get past the Malboro. If you don't have this weapon, I'd personally recommend searching for a Yuna assist that does have it, and use your assist at this point in the fight. With Vanille at Crystal Strength 20, you really don't need an assist for the Berserker Armor in Wave 5. Now if you do have Yuna with the weapon and don't want to spend crystals on Vanille, you can grab a Vanille assist with Dispel equipped. Another option to dispel the Berserker Armor's Berserk is to use Cloud with his Crimson Edge, which is the weekly draw until February 28th. But honestly, Berserker Armor resists physical damage, so I'd not recommend throwing gems at this. And that's all there really is to the event. On Wave 3, Asuna the Malboro debuffs. On Wave 5, Dispel Berserk from the Berserker's Armor. Honestly, if you do that, I found this event a little easier than Squall's event prior. As long as you get an assist to cover one of those 2 things if you don't have them, and you have some decently upgraded magic characters, this one will fall over quickly. But on that note, that's going to be a wrap for another Opera Omnia video. Be sure to stay tuned for more weekly event guides and overviews. I will see you all in the next one, and until then, take care.